Let's go that way, over here. It's called 交泰殿, the Hall of Union and Peace, which used as the offices for the empress. Because the empresses are considered as the king of the inner court, all those palace girls, even the concubines and the eunuchs are under their control. So they handled their daily affairs in the Hall of Union and Peace. Now, this palace houses two clocks. Let's take a look at this ancient clock, water dripping clock. Water dripping clock, which is presented right behind this window, which is composed by three containers, and the upper container, which is filled with the water, and the water is dripping down to the middle and to the bottom, and the water is dripping into the bottom container. This small figurine will be rising up and showing many scales on its body. That's the way to check the time back in the day. So this kind of water dripping clock has been functioned in this country for more than 3,000 years. Water dripping clock. Does it make sense? Yeah. Getting higher, reveal more division, more scales to tell us the time. And over here, behind the window on this side, there stands a Western clock, 3.4 meters tall. That is the first Western clock given by an Italian missionary in 1600, to the Chinese emperor. So from 1600, Chinese emperors started to use the Western clock in the Forbidden City. Are you familiar with that word, spiritual cultivation? Does it make sense? No. Cultivate. You can cultivate the land. Is that right? You can also cultivate your mindset. So that what it means. Spiritual cultivation. 养性斋. So this was the place where the emperor's English teacher lived. Most of the emperors at the end of Qing Dynasty, they have the English teachers, and this teacher I am talking about was the teacher of the last emperor of Puyi.
Johnston.
Yes, this is a Johnston. Mr. Johnston. He is Scottish and came into China when he was young and lived in China for more than 3 decades.
Is that a photo?
The photo, the real photo.
Yeah,
the teacher of last emperor. This is last empress. This is the teacher of the last empress. She's from U.S. He's from Scotland. And he lived in China for more than 3 decades, has a profound understanding of the Chinese culture, literature, the art, the Buddhism. He wrote numerous books about Chinese culture, and he was chosen as a teacher of the last emperor and came into the Forbidden City in 1919 at the age of 45, when the last emperor was at the age of 14. So he treated the last emperor like a father to a son, and they got along very well. And he was trying to impart all his knowledge to this boy emperor. And he definitely helped the last emperor open the eyes to the rest of the area of the world. Because most of the time, the last emperor was restricted, staying inside of the Forbidden City, not allowed to, walk out of the Forbidden City. He opened the eyes for the last emperor. And under his impact, the emperor cut out his queue. You know the queue? That is the typical appearance for male back in the Qing Dynasty. The head divided into 2 parts, half bald, and another half with a long braid. That's the typical appearance for the Qing people. But he cut out his queue. He cut out his queue and started to wear glasses, and installed the first telephone in the Forbidden City, and read the best codes throughout the inner court. Together with the emperor, they were kicked out of here in 1924. And he went back to London, worked as a professor of Chinese literature at the University of London, and wrote a very famous book titled The Twilight of the Forbidden City, chronicling his close relationship with the last emperor. And he passed away in 1938. Even to the day when he died, he still considered himself as a loyal and affectionate servant of the last emperor.